Hi everyone, it's Katie from A Girl in Her Polish, and I have my very first video for you today. I've been pushing around the idea of doing a video for some time now. It's one of the things I get asked a lot about, to do videos so that you can better see the steps that I do when I create a manicure. Well, I'm finally doing my first video and a little nervous about it. It's probably not going to be the best quality video. It is only through my little Nikon. So hopefully it's good for the first one. If it works, it might be something that I want to venture into to start doing more videos. But I thought, hey, first video, why not take you on a tour of my nail room and let you see where I do all my nail art, specifically some of the tools that I use, and then show you a little bit inside my polish collection so that you can see my favorites, see the big ones that I always work with. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, this is the main area that I do my nail work in. It is an old kitchen table that I inherited from my aunt, and instead of just laying everything out on the table, I do use these old placemats, and I do everything on top of them. These are lint-free cloths that my husband picked up for me, and these are great for doing nail art because you don't have to worry about picking up little lint and things like that. So I do enjoy having these, and I just throw them in the wash afterwards anytime they need a little cleaning. But as you can see, that's where most of the nail art is done. So here on my nail art table, what you are looking at is a couple different things. I have my wastebasket over here, which is actually just this cardboard party tub that I picked up at Walmart. Cheap, I think I spent like $1 on it, and I use that to throw all my trash away. I have my Q-tips in my antique candy holder. I call it a candy holder. It's probably something else. But I keep my Q-tips in there so that they're easy to grab and use. In my bin, this is actually new. It was a gift from a friend, and I use it to organize everything. So for a closer look, I have my napkins that I pull out and use every time I do my manicures. I have my plastic plate that I use as my palette for dotting, and specifically dotting. That's like my big dotting tool. I have my tape, my striping tape that I keep on this handy dandy old tape roll. I have my sponging tools, which is my makeup sponges, which I just recently really started using for my gradients, and I'm still working on perfecting how those work for me. And then how I used to do my gradients was using these eyeshadow applicators and just sponging those on my nails. Also in here, I have my cuticle care. I just started using Blue Cross. I love it. I think it is probably the best cuticle remover I've ever used. It's cheap, it's easy, and I can't use anything else anymore. I used to use Butter London Melt Away. In fact, I still have a whole brand new bottle right here. This was the big one that I used to use, and if you know anything about this, it's actually really expensive. One bottle of this is like $20, so that's why it's still here, because eventually I will use it. But this is what I used to use all the time, and then I found Blue Cross, which, sorry Butter London, but I think Blue Cross actually does a better job. Also in here, I have some cuticle oil, nail polish remover. I bought this specifically for a reason that I will tell you in a minute, hoping that it'll do the same job. And then this is very, very special. This is a vase that my niece created for me, and she gave it to me as a Christmas present last year. And yes, she used nail polish to create this vase, all her little geometric shapes. And in here I have all my tools. A lot of these tools I don't use too much because I'm still, of course, trying to work on my freehand. My freehand art is not as good as it used to be, or can't say used to be because it was never good, but it's something that I really want to improve on. So I have all my nail art brushes, and yes, I do not have my nails done, naked nails. See, no nail polish. I'm busy swatching a whole bunch of new collections, so I haven't had time to do a really nice nail design. I have my stripers, some other little nail art brushes, my fan brushes. These are new additions. I got 4 of these different size nail art brushes, and yes, I keep them in their little plastic tubes because that seems to keep them well protected. I do keep some nail files down here just in case. I really don't file my nails down here, but I do keep them here in case I see that something's wonky and I need to fix it. I love these nail files. I found these many years ago, and they're the best nail files for me. I use them all the time. In fact, I still stock up on them. These, they're the Sephora nail files, and I love them. I can't get enough of these files. I use them all the time. I have one upstairs. I have these down here, my old one down here. And then the other thing I love when it comes to my nail care, and I've been using these for years also, I love the OPI Smoother. Anytime I need to buff out my nails, or after I file them, I always buff to smooth out the ends. I always use this. And you can see this one is like really, really old. I've had this one forever, but it still works. It still has, you know, a really nice grip to it, and it does a really good job when I need to. So I have this one down here, and I have one upstairs. So investment, OPI Smoother. You will not go wrong with this. I love this. I've used them for years, since I can ever remember I've used these. So it's a good investment compared to other smoothers I've used. I really recommend this. And then also in my vase are my dotting tools. These are like the first nail art tools I ever bought. I got them from Amazon. I think they were like $2 or $5, and it's the 5-piece set, and it's the different size. They have different sizes on each end. So these are, of course, a staple in my nail art collection. I use these like crazy. So that is in this, or in my big red bin, where I have everything neatly organized. In this bin, I bought the Ott Craft Light, and it has all these nice little nooks and crannies, which I love. So I have like my stamper. This was the first stamper I bought, was my Conad. And then scrapers. This is just an old ID card, and I use that to scrape off my plates. I have some top coats. I have mostly top coats in here. Northern Lights. My Northern Lights. This is a staple. If you do not own a bottle of Northern Lights, you need to add that to your collection. Everyone needs to have this. This is my beloved squishy stamper that I bought from Moyu, however you say that. For some reason I say Moyu in my head, even though it's probably Moyu. I love this stamper. I don't use this side because my nails are not that big, so this side's all dusty, but you know, this is the perfect size for my nails, so I stick to this side on my stamper. I have my horsepower for my nails, which I used to use all the time. I kind of stopped using lately. I have my 2 tweezer cuticle trimmers. These are the pair that I use all the time because, let me take that off so you can see that. These are the small ones. They have the small ones on there. Sorry about the focus. So I use these ones all the time. These are my big ones. And then if you compare them, you can see the difference on the sizes between the big and the small. And my cuticles, because my nail beds are kind of small, the smaller ones work better for me. Also in here, I have my pen, because I write down everything that I do. I have some more top coats. Sometimes if I'm just doing swatches and I want to grab something real quick, I'll usually grab this one because I don't like wasting my more expensive top coats. So I typically grab one of these NYC's top coats whenever I'm doing swatching. I have all of these Burial top coats that I'm currently testing and using. They're also testing the Burial Fortifying Nail Builder, trying that out, seeing that if I like it or not. It seems to be doing a pretty good job on my nails. See, look, there's my naked nails. They don't look too bad. Cuticles need cleaned up a little bit. But I'm pretty much enjoying it right now. They've stopped peeling. I don't feel the ridges and stuff that I normally feel. Like usually my nails crack especially my thumbnails. They crack down vertically, and I don't really feel that right now. So I'm pretty happy with it now. It's working pretty well. So if you're looking for a new base, maybe you want to try the Burial and see if that works for you. Also, down here, this is the very first brush. Not very first, but this is one of the nail cleanup brushes that I use a lot. It's just it's a Revlon one that I bought at Walmart, really cheap. I do like it, but I've been recently trying to find different nail cleanup brushes. I did try the e.l.f. brushes because everyone says, oh, you need the e.l.f. brush for cleanup. e.l.f. brushes fall apart on me. The last one I bought, the bristles started falling out the day I started using it, so wasn't really happy with that. So I've been trying to find new ones to use. And the new one that I actually started using is this one that I purchased online. And this is horrible because I seriously cannot remember the name. I want to say like Jolie or something. It's the cleanup and the daughter on the other end. Sorry about the focus. I used it a couple days ago. I used it the same day I got it. Seems to be okay. I'm a little annoyed with some of the bristles. Some of the bristles stick up and then it leaves marks. Oopsie. It's hard to see, I know, because my camera won't focus. But if you can kind of see that bristle sticking up there, yeah, that's annoying, and it leaves a mark in my nails, and I don't like that. So, I don't know, I'll keep using it, see. It's expensive, which kills me that the bristles are standing up like that. I think it was like $10. So that really, really annoys me that, you know, I spent $10 and the bristles are standing up on it. After it's promised that, you know, acetone won't hurt it. But I'll keep using it and we'll see what happens. My go-to top coat anytime I do nail art, because it doesn't smear my nail art, especially my stamping, I use my HK Girl that I got from Glisten & Glow. The one thing I noticed with this batch, which I found really annoying with the nail art, this one seems to leave bubbles. I've never had bubble issues with HK Girl. That's one of the big reasons I like it. No shrinking, no bubbles, no smearing on my nail art. But for some reason, this bottle, which is a brand new bottle, see, still pretty much full, this bottle puts bubbles on my nails. So I'm not really happy about that. But maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll settle or something. We'll see. And then down here, of course, now the reason for my Q-Tex, so I bought the Q-Tex. This is something that I use all the time. I love the Butter London nail polish remover, but I don't use it to polish my nail or to remove polish. I actually use it to clean up. After I've cleaned up any little marks on my skin from nail polish, I go back through with this because there is oil in here. I don't know if it's lanolin or, I mean, I'm sure if I read the back it might tell me, but I love it. Unfortunately, Butter London no longer makes this and I can't find it online anywhere. So, and look, this is so sad. I only have this teeny tiny little bit left. And I cherish it. So I'm hoping that maybe the Q-Tex will do the same thing. It's supposed to have lanolin in it, so maybe. If not, I'll have to break open that cuticle oil. Because I like to clean, you know, I like to make my cuticles look good for my pictures because I don't, you know, I don't want you to look at nasty looking cuticles and stuff like that. And I'm so not good at Photoshop, so I can't Photoshop any nasty cuticles out. So I like to clean them up a little bit before I take pictures so that they look okay. This, also very important, I put my acetone in this little cup that I bought at Sally's, and it sits on my thingy, and of course as I'm doing my nails, I use it for my cleanup. So that's perfect. I recommend these. These are awesome. And awesome also, my Tweezerman cuticle pusher. Love this thing. This is like the biggest tool. Between this, my cleanup brush, my make my cuticles pretty, and my little acetone cup, these things are like the tools that I have to have every time I do my nails, so this is really important. I also use this for cleanup to get rid of whenever I'm cleaning up my cuticles with my Blue Cross. I don't ever use this end. That nice little rounded end, never use it. I use this end all the time. This is my favorite end right here. Nice little cleanup. So those are my big tools. And of course, with my nail art, my big HK Girl. Also, my big, every nail artist and swatcher needs a big container of cotton balls. So I have this little thing I picked up at Walmart years ago. I keep my cotton balls. And yes, I do not use special nail polish remover. I am an acetone girl. I go to Walmart and I buy these large tin, aluminum, whatever this is, containers of acetone. I do not go out and buy the regular little acetone. And so of course this becomes very important because it's very hard to clean up if you are just using this. So this little cup becomes very important. But yes, I'm an acetone girl. This is what I use. I've always used it. It's, you know, it's probably horrible. It's probably going to kill me at some point, but I love my acetone. I think I have 2 backups in my cabinet. But, you know, you gotta have it. You gotta have that for cleanup. You need a good cleanup tool. Oh, I forgot this too. This is new. I just added this. I've been wanting to try this for a while. I've heard good things and bad things about it. It's the new Model Zone Hyper Gel. So it's a new top coat that I'm testing out to see whether or not I like it. I haven't used it yet, so stay tuned for that. So that is where the magic happens. That is where all my nail art comes from, or attempts to come from. A lot of times I just sit here hoping inspiration will come. I look up, I stare out my window hoping for inspiration sometimes, but this is where everything happens, right here.